My name is Nnamdi Kanu, and the reason why we're here today is to protest the killing of innocent women and children, and men for that matter, all over Nigeria, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. We are not happy, we are not pleased with what is happening, and that is why we're here today. As you can see, there are a lot of Nigerians who are protesting about the killing of families, people who are determined to tear the country apart violently, and it is not something that we support. It is not something that we would like to see continue, and we are here today to send a clear message to the Nigerian government, through the High Commissioner, that what is happening in the country is unacceptable, and we cannot accept it. If that continues, it will lead to the violent disintegration of the country. There will be no more Nigeria for anyone to go to. There will be no Nigeria for anyone to refer to. In fact, what is happening in Somalia today will be like a tea party. So we cannot allow this nonsense to continue. Something has to be done, and the consequences of the actions of terrorism in Nigeria must be driven home to the people, so that even the terrorists themselves will be able to understand that there is no mileage in where they're going. The only thing they can accomplish is the breakup of Nigeria. If they think that they can cower people, if they think they can force people to be coerced into a religion which is not theirs, then they are clearly mistaken. We are asking for peace. We are asking for people to get together. We are asking for everybody who loves Nigeria, who is associated with that country, to please prevail upon terrorism in Nigeria, so we can bring it to an end. That is why a multitude of Nigerians are gathered here today. Those of us in the UK are determined to work with the government for peace. We are determined to work with the International Committee for Peace. The one thing we cannot stomach is a repeat of 1966. What is happening today in Nigeria was the reason why Nigeria fought a bitter civil war for 3 years between 1967 and 1970. If this continues, there will be another civil war in Nigeria. And this time around, no place will be safe in Nigeria. This time around, nobody will be safe in Nigeria. So it is imperative that everybody who has the interest of the country at heart acts now and immediately to stop this nonsense from continuing.
Onyedu IPOB, Omeriwo n'Indizu, Onime ya, Abakare, Mama Dawora, Unapuri Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Unapuri Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapuri Meri Nnamdi bu Onyedu IPOB, Omeriwo n'Indizu, Mbiro ya, Abakare, Mama Dawora, Unapuri Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapuri Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapuri Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapuri Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapuri Meri Nnamdi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2. Now Python that's 3. Unapuri Meri
Nnamdi bu Onyedu IPOB. Oh, I missed her. I've been learning that for a while, but I always miss my line. Right, that's the Nnamdi Kanu they want you to hate that much. And I am very much happy myself today, that this call for the unconditional release of Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu, has gone mainstream. Finally, it may be slow, but it's quite sturdy and steady. So therefore, we should say a big thank you to those who actually took it upon themselves to be physically there. The message is very loud. They will be talking about this in the corners of their different covens in that contraption, by the way. So which means you have brought to the front burner, right? A burning issue, right? An injustice to one man and many others like him are currently languishing in the unjust injustice system of Nigeria. So you've done that. And with what they have done today, because it's not really over, because this is me kind of like cutting it short now so that I can possibly have more for you, which will be like, like the roundup for you later this evening. All right. But yeah, we should continue to be grateful to those who showed up. And the message is very clear. The call for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is genuine, right? And this is for every, rights lovers in the world, all right? His call for release is genuine. Nnamdi Kanu was preaching, right, for the peaceful referendum where the Igbos will be given the chance to decide if they still want to be part of this Nigeria or not. A position that the political class, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria, frowned upon. And when it started, they didn't believe, right, that he was not doing all of that for money or fame until when they met him. When they met him, they realized that this was actually real and serious, rather than accede to what they all agreed that they would do. I mean, they would do, yeah, that they would transfer this same resolution to Bokwari and the federal government, so to work together and bring about a kind of a resolution around that. So Nnamdi Kanu would then give them the chance to see the implementation of that agreement. But rather than for them to transfer this resolution to Bokwari, what did they do? They called for the proscription of IPOB. Igbo governors came together and they announced the proscription of IPOB. They labeled IPOB a terrorist organization so that they could have the chance to go after everyone suspected, right, to be a member of IPOB in the eastern part of Nigeria. And they didn't stop there. They went as far as asking Bokwari to proscribe IPOB federally. They didn't stop at that. They went as far as going to the United States of America to ask the US Congress to proscribe IPOB as a terrorist organization. So what happened? What they did, their own kangaroo nonsense they did in Nigeria, right, is only believed in Nigeria because despite all the money they spent in America, they were told that their investigation never pointed to the IPOB as a violent or terrorist organization. So they were chased out. It's in the media. You can go and read about it. They approached the same UK to sell the same lie. And the UK published that IPOB is not a terrorist organization. They do not have any kind of a trait of that. It was that bad that the UK government had to put together a kind of a policy that allows anybody who presents himself as a member of the IPOB being persecuted in Nigeria. There is a special visa program for them in the UK, just so you know that all those nonsense they are pushing in Nigeria is only believed in Nigeria. There is nothing to back it other than their lies and propaganda. But they sold the same lie, by the way. They sold the same lie to Kenya, which Kenya bought wholeheartedly. And whatever deal they struck that got them the big fish, Nnamdi Kanu, they illegally kidnapped him. When somebody who is not your own national, like the citizen of your country, is being arrested on an international arrest warrant, the right thing to do then would be to present them before your court. An extradition process will be put in place. And then they will be taken to the country that they are wanted. That's how it works. But Kenya didn't do that because Nigeria didn't want them to do that. They lied to the Kenyans that Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya to come and visit Shabab, a terrorist organization in Somalia that share border with Kenya. So when they discovered that Nnamdi Kanu had nothing to do with this terrorist as alleged by Nigerian authority, Bokwari's government, they said, well, we had nothing to do with you. They said, okay, let me go. They said, no, sorry, we can't let you go. From the highest authority, Nigeria wanted you. That's how they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, drugged him, and then they landed in Abuja straight to a court where Binta Nyako was waiting. And what did they do? They gave the DSS the right to lock him up indefinitely. And that was when the drama of, okay, the delay tactics, they did that for over a year. By September or thereabout in 2022, an appeal court discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu. That he's got no case to answer. The process of his extradition, it's not even an extradition. It's called extraordinary rendition. So meaning they committed illegality in trying to grab Nnamdi Kanu. So the court said he should be let off. The conclusion from that court judgment, right, left Nigeria, making no decision, doing nothing for straight 8 days, no appeal, no nothing. Only for Malamun, the then Attorney General of Nigeria, to approach the Supreme Court that the Supreme Court should please give them should interpret what the appeal court said. And guess what? The Supreme Court also then ruled that, number one, the fact that you said you declared Nnamdi Kanu wanted and that led you to go and kidnap him was because he jumped bail. Is that not what you said? Now, by law, in the face of the law, Nnamdi Kanu did not jump any bail. You attempted to kill him and he escaped for his life. So therefore, the idea of his bail being revoked is non-existent, meaning even if Nnamdi Kanu has a case, he shouldn't be in detention. Do you understand? Supreme Court said the attack on his home, the killing of people, over 28 people were slaughtered, young people were slaughtered in Afarauku the day the Nigerian soldiers went there to kill Nnamdi Kanu. So their court said that his bail should be reinstated. What does that mean in English? It's a very simple English. His bail, he didn't jump bail, his bail should be reinstated. But they ignored all of that. They now started a retrial, a sham retrial, which in itself is like doing it again. To say, okay, we kidnapped him, but the court said he didn't commit any crime, he should be let off. But we can't just let him off. We'll do it again until we have something that will convict him, even without any evidence, other than all the nonsense they are pushing in the media. And you would expect them that they will present massive witnesses who are going to say, one, they are IPOB members, and Nnamdi Kanu gave them guns. This is the money Nnamdi Kanu gave them to do this or that. They were supposed to present them in court, not in the media, not on social media. It should be in court. That's why they kidnapped him, Abi, that he's committed something. Or rather, they started cropping his social media broadcast, where he called them this, where he said that if you kill us, we will kill you. If they kill us, we will kill them. And all those ones, they are cutting all that out. It's crazy and exhausting. So people have seen through all the lies, the charade, and all that. It may be entertaining for you, because ordinarily we know that the kind of leadership Nigeria or the APC has foisted on Nigeria has damaged so many people's brains, so many people's mind. And somehow, you see, injustice to them is probably like a therapy. So if they are suffering, everybody should suffer. Do you get what I mean now? Unjustly, if it's unjust or whether it's just or unjustly, right? Everybody should suffer. And that's exactly the tonic that is pretty much like keeping these rogues alive, so to say. There's always going to be a time that this is not going to be fashionable anymore. There's going to be a time that the entire jar is going to fall and break. And it is not going to be because of Nnamdi Kanu. It's not going to be because of you. It's going to be basically because of them. The impunity that they have enshrined, the impunity that they have made a system that they call all of us one Nigeria. But you know we are not one Nigeria, right? I've got this last part from that Abuja trip, since some of you enjoyed me chatting than you calling in. So watch this.
A people united can never be defeated. 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 We Nnamdi Kanu now. 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 Now. Nnamdi Kanu 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 now. United can never be defeated. A people 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 united.
The people united, or a people united, can never be defeated. So kudos to everyone, the lawyers, Shure, and every other comrade that showed up. Yeah, God bless you. You have done something today that posterity will never forget you. Promise, right? And to others who are going to be looking forward to, the second leg, the third leg, and others, like somebody who asked that, what would this now do? This one will now make them release Nnamdi Kanu. And I was like, of course, this one is not enough for them to release Nnamdi Kanu. They are like the Pharaoh. Their mind or their hearts have been sort of like hardened. So they will need more. It's like when the story of Egypt, right? When they God sent this, sent that, and all of that, but they were still very much like hardened at it somehow. You get what I mean now? So what will happen is that with the experience of it today, it is still ongoing, it's not over. I just needed to know what we did with what happened there today. When another day is picked, and then they have to be put into this same logistic nightmare, right? And the number keeps increasing. Just pray that they do not kill anybody, because that's exactly what will probably like escalate it. And I don't probably have any idea where this is going to end. But you know something? A bigger outing like the double of what we witnessed today, right? Will also send another stronger signal, in fact, stronger signal. If they like themselves, that would be like, it should be enough. But for the kind of people they are, we would expect their own fight back, their own push back in the next few days. However, like I said, this is not going to be a one shot or a one-off. So thank you very much for your time, especially those who joined us from the start, including those of you who joined us midway as well. Okay, you can watch this from the start. It's just a compilation of all of the protest across Nigeria, say, in the east, in the west, as well as Abuja, the FCT. So I'm going to see us later, possibly later this evening. All right, but please don't leave without liking the broadcast. It's quite important. If you can, please enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again. So free Nnamdi Kanu now.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà gbówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lápàrà o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti